I see you on your knees today. It's time to pay the rent, been long past overdue.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode, and we have Swan Workman. Hey, what's up, dude?
What's going on, Kip?
Not a lot. Hey, thanks for coming all the way out here, man. We were just talking, and I thought for sure you had a show tomorrow, and you did. You said,
Yeah,
but
we did up in Park City.
yeah, and it was in Park City too, and he came all the way out to Morgan, all the way out from Morgan just to be on my silly little show. So thanks for coming out, man.
Sorry, these are my old stomping grounds, actually.
Is this where you came?
Provo and,
So out in the Utah County.
Right.
Oh, right on.
I ran away from here as soon as I could.
Yeah,
I
dude.
vowed I'd never come back, but I came back for you, Kip.
Well, I'll make it worth it. Now that's so much pressure. Not only did he come all the way from Morgan, but I made him come to Orem. No, see, I came from West Jordan, and
Okay.
I grew up there, and I didn't ever come out this way until I met my wife, and I hate it out here. I'm not gonna lie.
Enough said.
Yeah, for reals. I just don't, and I tell her that all the time. Like seriously, like at least 3 times a week. I'm like, we got to go back out to Salt Lake. I don't like the people. I don't like the traffic. It's mainly the people.
Yeah.
It's like the people. They're so weird out here. I don't know. I don't understand it. But
Utah County, and I know this isn't the reason that we're here, but Utah County, growing up out here, I've always had the sense that there's either culture or counterculture.
Exactly.
That's it. There's nothing in the middle.
Nope.
And so you're on one end or the other, and if you don't fit, you don't fit.
Well, and they judge you right away on whether or not you fit too. They don't bother to get to know you.
And I used to always tell everybody, I said, when they'd move into here, I said, you better get out within 2 years, otherwise you're stuck here. And I don't know that many people who've ever gotten out.
I hope that's not the case. I know that's the case with Utah with me probably. I'm probably not going to be leaving the state,
Right.
But man, I am done with Utah County. I don't like it out here, but
Yeah.
anyway, you're here for a little bit, so we'll make the most of it. And so we've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to talk about. So you had a show in Park City that's not happening anymore, but what is your schedule looking like as far as shows go right now?
So right now, the next 2 shows, I'm actually trying to limit how many shows I play in Utah now. One of the problems I'm finding, I have a studio, and I'm working with a couple other artists. One of the problems that we find is unless you're a cover band, if you're original music and play a lot, it becomes a commodity. And it's easy for people not to go to your show because they can always make the next one, right?
Yeah.
So we're starting to try to make it a scarcity that how often we're playing.
That's a good strategy.
Which kind of sucks. I'm like, oh, I really want to play, but like I said, I'd rather have a lot of people show up and play less.
Exactly. Yeah.
So next couple shows we're playing here in Utah. I've got June 12th up at Stockman's in Layton, I think is where it's at. And that one's on a Wednesday, and then we're going to be doing a real big shebang at Park City Roaster on June 29th.
Park City Roaster?
Yeah.
Right on.
And that's just right off Kimball Junction. Pretty easy to get to. I have a few friends from Utah County who will come up to the Park City shows.
And that's June 29th?
June 29th.
Right on.
Last Saturday of June.
Sweet. So
7 to 9.
Right in the summertime night. So it's going to be a nice summer night.
Right. And we'll crack open the doors, have outdoor access and everything in there. I have yet to find out if they're going to have their liquor license for it or not. So, but it's an all ages show regardless.
Oh, right on. So even if there is going to be liquor there, all ages.
Right. And you may have to sit there sober too.
Yeah. No. Hey, sometimes.
But you know what? I put on a good enough dang show.
I was just going to say sometimes you don't even need alcohol when you go see shows. I don't drink, so I don't really understand why people do need that. But hey, some people do, and it's okay. But
yeah. It's for people that do that, they get used to that, and it's hard to figure out how to have a good time when you don't have a bottle in the hand.
Exactly. Yeah. And I say lucky, and I really mean it. I was blessed with a stomach ulcer, because I have an addictive personality. So if I was able to drink, I would probably be in trouble. So I actually thank the Lord every day that my stomach doesn't allow me to drink because it'd probably become a problem. But
there's probably more truth to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So well, let's get the rundown on you. I mean, so I've heard the new singles, both of them that you sent me. We listened to both of them.
Yeah.
And we'll get to those. You just gave me it's the singles come with a book that you wrote.
Correct.
And we'll get to those in a second. But let's just sort of do past present, future type of a thing. How did this all start for you? Like, how long have you been doing this? Have you been in any other bands?
Yeah.
Just give us a rundown.
Yeah, so real fast rundown. I grew up very conservative Utah County, Mormonism, and which means that I had to learn how to play music. So at 3 years old, my mom had me on the piano.
Yeah, me too.
And I'd played from then up until the first time I told my mom to F off. At 17, I played piano, trumpet, trombone.
Oh, so you were playing stuff from young all the way through high school.
Right, all the way up
cool.
to that point. And then I told my mom words that I shouldn't have said to her.
Yeah, we've all done that.
Yeah, don't ever say that to your mom. She does all
I
that
think
for you.
I think we've all done that. Yeah.
But and then after that, I swore up and down I wasn't going to do music again. And then I discovered this wonderful music called metal and jumped in my first metal band when I was 19.
Oh, cool.
I couldn't play guitar at the time, and I couldn't play drums, but I understood music, so they stuck me on vocals because it was the only thing that I could do. And I started singing metal and did that for a number of years, just small little tiny shows here and there, nothing real big.
What was the band called?
A couple bands. One was Splode.
Splode?
Splode.
I like that.
Splode. It's definitely like punk metal sound.
Yeah.
It was like this pizza, and somebody vomited, or over. Real cool artwork. And then Everything Holy was like another one that we did, which is kind of, we were trying to do our own take on like a hybrid of Tool and Nine Inch Nails. We're very, very like anti-religion at the time. That's where we went with that.
I don't want to age you too much here. I mean,
don't age me too much.
But what year? What was this? The 90s or
late 90s.
Okay,
late 90s.
Cool.
Yeah, go ahead and age me. I'm 39. I'll be 40.
Oh well,
January,
yeah. See, we're basically the same age. It's all right. So yeah, okay.
So and then I left music for a long time. I still listen to it, still play a little bit around now and then. But I had my daughter here. That I had to spend a lot of energy on raising her. I had a business that I was running in personal training and fitness, and I met my current wife now. She's Jamaican, and her dad played in a band called Patois. They're a local band, big band up there in Park City area. Oh, cool. Reggae and all that. And
they still together?
No, Patois is not. Well, I don't know if they are anymore. I don't think they are, though. I know her dad's not playing with them, but she was into music, and she was currently working on a record deal out in New York, and anyway, one thing led to the next. After we got married, she talked me into building a studio, and I'm like, yeah, easy, $10,000 1 month, we'll be done with this. And several years later, all of a sudden, we have this monstrosity and a lot more money than I ever planned on spending.
Well, hey, that's cool. But so wait, so you built your own studio?
I did, yeah.
Where's this at? Is it on your house?
Yep, it's on our property up in Morgan.
That's cool, and it's big, huh?
Studio, yeah, it's about 1,000.
Oh wait, we've talked about this. You told me to come out. You said that I could come out and play around in your studio with you a little bit.
Yeah. It's hard to tell people how cool it is till they get there.
I'm still interested in that.
But show up. It's we keep it pretty private and reserved. I'm not trying to market it and get people out there. But
absolutely.
But I'll base it.
It's sort of your little studio.
One off of relationship. And I kind of like having full access to it, and I don't have to compete with time and energy with people. But that got my passion for music back up and running. The whole process and.
So when was this?
We started building that. I want to say 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. So it hasn't been a way long time.
No, not super long time. And then I just started writing. One thing led to the next, and all of a sudden we had within about 3 months, a couple session musicians I'd hired. I'd gotten them, and we tracked about 60 songs.
Really?
3 months, yeah.
That you wrote yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably 95% of it I wrote, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that there was that much just waiting to happen. But as we were going through, I'm just like,
you exploded.
Exactly, exploded all over the place.
That's cool. So I was actually going to ask you that. So the other musicians in your in your music, they're session musicians. You don't have like a steady lineup.
I hire a fairly steady group of people.
Oh, okay.
But I have my go-tos that I'll usually call first. But if they're not free, I'll hire other musicians.
But as far as like all the writing and all the lyrics and everything, you do all that first and then hire them to come add on.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Right now, at least, I got a couple guys that, like I said, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so it's hard to find, get people that want to come out and jam on a regular basis.
Where exactly is Morgan?
That's the problem.
Exactly.
No
I know it's out there, but I don't know like which way or like where it's like.
So,
What's the biggest city we would know that's or town that's by it?
So as the crow flies, it's like if you were to triangulate it between Salt Lake, Ogden, and Park City, it's like right in the middle.
Oh,
of the
okay,
three of them.
okay.
But it's on the backside of the mountains.
All right.
And it's a beautiful area. In our closest neighbor,
Oh, yeah.
the closest neighbor is a mile and a half away, and so lots of peace and quiet. We can be as loud as we want. But just like I said, convincing people to come up there unless I pay them. Like I have to pay to have friends, basically.
Me too, man. And I have no money, so I have no friends. So.
And I used to brew a lot of my own beer. That was the other way I'd entice people
tasty.
to come hang out.
Hey,
I'm
that's
like,
a good way to get
"Hey, you
friends
got
over.
some fresh brews, and I'll pay you $50 if you come hang out.
Okay,
with me."
$50 and fresh beer. Okay, that's worth the drive. That's cool,
Yeah.
man. So, are you still brewing brewskis or not?
Not
so
right
much
now.
No?
We may get back into it down the road, but
Something that you haven't given up, and just haven't done for a while.
yeah,
I love fresh brewed beer.
One of these days, it's been a desire of mine to open up my own brewery, but that might be like 20 years from now.
Hey,
we'll see.
long life ahead, man. You're only
That's
38
right.
years or 39 years old.
That's right.
So you got this interesting thing going on. I've
Sure.
noticed, and I hope I don't.
No,
I don't think I'm going to offend you by this. I don't see why I would.
No, you won't.
But you've got a total country look to you.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie. Before I heard your music, I was totally expecting country music, which is
Right.
fine.
Right.
I mean, I like country music, but
Right.
I was surprised. The song actually that we just played at the beginning of this. I'm sorry, what was it called? We'll see when I'm up there.
I guess I'll see you up there.
I guess I'll see you up there.
Yeah.
It's like almost punk rock.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
And like and I don't know if people have seen your Facebook picture. It's you with a guitar over your shoulder and a cowboy hat on, and you look. You throw people off in a good way,
right.
and that's awesome because, like, I mean, if I hadn't heard your music before meeting you today, I would guarantee I was going to hear a twangy
Right.
country song, which would be fine. But
Right.
So, I guess what I'm asking is, where's all this? Do you have influence from every genre? Is that what that is, or like, where's the country look from? Do you like country music? Because you don't sing it at all, really.
No, so I like what I'm wearing today is what I grew up wearing.
Just because you're just a natural country folk, huh?
Yeah, I grew up. I mean, I grew up cowboy, and
Do you have horses and stuff?
We did. Right now, I don't.
You don't,
Four wheelers are a lot cheaper, more reliable.
And yeah.
If I.
But you are a four wheeler.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I love those things.
I do love horses though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up riding horses, and we currently have a ranch up in Morgan. We run that, and we got cattle up there, and everything. So I do. I mean, it's country life that we live.
But you sing. I'm going to call it cowboy punk.
but probably the most influential music period of my life was honestly back in my middle days. But I
and you were saying
this
that
as much back then. But yeah, that's you bring up a great question that I've had thrown at me a lot, and that is a branding problem that I'm trying to figure out how to overcome.
Hey, I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously I'm no one famous to take.
Right. Well, I figure if Little Nas can cross over that
exactly. There's lots of people.
Then there's no reason I can't cross over that.
Exactly. I think it would be cool. I mean, I'm into that kind of stuff though. I mean, but I'm not necessarily into the greatest. I have good taste. I think we'll leave it at that.
Right.
But no, I mean, I think it's cool because you don't. I guess a good way to say this is you don't adhere to any stereotype with your music.
Right.
You dress how you feel because that's how you grew up and that's what you like, but you don't sing country music just because you like to wear a cowboy hat.
Right.
Type of a thing.
Yeah, and actually a lot of modern country music, or bro pop is I think it's called. I actually can't stand a lot of the current stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the newer stuff. I'm with you on that. Yeah.
It just doesn't sound original enough.
And it doesn't sound original, and it all basically. Well, I guess this is the same thing, but it doesn't sound. It all sounds the same.
Yeah,
cultivated and really overproduced.
Correct. Right.
So you have your own studio. So so you produce all your own stuff.
Right.
How long have you been? Have you worked with other artists? How long have you been a producer? I mean, I don't want to even put that in air quotes because you have your own studio. You are a producer.
Right. Well, and we, I am a producer as well. We have hang on, I can't even do math right now. My brain's 4 other artists. There we go. See, it wasn't even a hard number to count to.
That's almost a full hand. I get it.
I know. I got 4 other artists right now that I'm working with producing their music as well.
Oh, right on.
My wife being one of them, and my oldest daughter being another one. But we have a couple other musicians on top of that. They'll all have music coming out this year as well. So, and that's I actually had never dabbled my hand into that before until I had my music that I was working on, and I just said, you know what, I guess I have to be right now the mix engineer and the producer and everything, because we've put so much money in the studio, it would be stupid to farm it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus I was broke also. So I can't really afford to hire another producer. So I'd love to eventually.
They're expensive.
Yeah. Well, and I'd love to eventually, just because I like having other people's ears.
Oh yeah, for sure,
on
for
my
sure.
stuff, but I just have to make the best
and you know it's good to different producers produce different sounds,
right?
And so you can produce 2 of your own albums and they sound great, but then you have someone else produce your album and it sounds like a new sound.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you say your oldest daughter is a musician. What does she do?
She sings primarily.
Right on. So just kind of a vocalist over pre-recorded music.
Yeah, a lot of it. She's starting to work on. She is learning guitar and piano. She didn't grow up with those. She actually grew up singing, very classically trained in her singing. Super powerful voice, and anybody that hears her, she's played a couple shows with me, and they'll tell me that they were almost in tears just listening to her voice.
I was gonna say, is she doing anything? I mean, if she's recording, I'd imagine she's doing stuff.
She will be. She doesn't have any of her own shows just yet, other than what she's doing with me currently.
Okay, but you have her. You have her collaborate with you a little bit.
Yeah, we've got her slated though for. I shouldn't say she doesn't do anything. She does. She's been singing like the national anthem for the opening baseball games and for, up at the what are they? The Bees? Is that what they're called still?
The Bees. Yeah,
and then
the Buzz.
The Buzz. Thank you. Yeah. And then she's done. She's also has been in several musicals and that. So she.
Oh, cool. So she's an actress.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And so she's actively out there pursuing. She's just turned 21 recently, and so.
So now she can go get into the big adult places and do stuff.
Correct.
And cool. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah. So that's fun.
So you have sort of a talented family.
Yes.
Your wife, she sings.
Yep.
And does she play any instruments?
She plays guitar.
She plays the guitar. So she's. You said she comes from a musical family as well.
Yeah. She's from Jamaica originally, and she's pretty stereotypical as far as liking reggae and.
Is that what she sings? Does she write her own stuff too?
She does. Yeah.
Cool. Does she have anything released or does she do anything?
Her release coming out with she had some. I'd have to ask her because I don't want to really put anything out.
Yeah. No. As much information.
I know she had some stuff that was getting some radio play, like the tri-state area and down in Jamaica. I don't think she's had anything on the national level right now, but we have a new album that we're putting together for her that should be out by the end of summer.
Right on.
For her single, and we have been having a producer fly out from Jamaica to work with her, because as much as I would love to say I could produce a reggae song, it's just not like I would feel really good about a metal song or even a country song, but reggae, it's like, man, that's not even in my wheelhouse.
I'd never even thought about. Yeah, that would be difficult. I could see how that would be challenging. Yep.
Right. It's gonna sound like a white country boy trying to make it.
Pretty much. Yeah. So right on. So we've talked about the past. What's going on? Well, and we've basically talked about the present. You've got some shows coming up that you've promoted. You say that you don't really like to stay in Utah. So where do you look for shows, and where can we look?
Well, we're just going out now. So we'll have some shows in Utah through the end of summer. So June, July, and even in August. And then what we're pushing out now is we're starting to look at doing just because, like I say, you got to be smart about it, and we can't just go blow a whole bunch of money touring. So we're gonna go work on doing some weekend regional tours, go up to Cheyenne, drop down to Denver, on a weekend, go out to Vegas for a couple of days on a weekend. Regional Mountain West area that we can go out and hit a few shows a month, a year. I mean, not a month.
Yeah, a few shows a month.
Hit a few shows a year. And hopefully be playing 2 or 3 shows a month.
Heck yeah,
is kind of the goal. But like I said, I'd like to get where I'm just playing in Utah 6 or 7 times a year.
So you definitely want to keep playing here. You just don't want to make it you don't want to go play every single club and strip on the Salt Lake State Street Strip. Yeah.
Well, and that's because I don't do cover music. That's
exactly
the main thing.
Yeah.
And you know, when my wife gets out, she and I have been writing music together. Like I might go out and go play with her, you know, or I might go open up for some other people, and that'd be great. But you know, if you think about any of your favorite bands, if they were playing every single weekend here, you know,
you'd see them once.
You'd probably see them once.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I like your strategy.
Yeah.
Babe, Bobby, can you please grab me one of his books? So you just released this single,
right,
and a book that goes along with it.
Correct. Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about this. So what's this book? This book is the same title as the single, which
right.
is Six Strings in a Bottle.
Right.
So what, without giving too much away, obviously, what's this book? This is a companion with his single that came out. Now I have lots of copies of these.
Right.
We'll discuss that here in a second. I want to get some copies out to you, but let's talk about this for a second. What's going on with this little book here?
So I look at it like wine and cheese, right? They go well together, right? You can't have one without the other. So if you think of the book as the cheese, the music is the wine, right? The wine you can drink anytime you want, but now you brought up a question earlier about, you know, that kind of goes into the same thing as branding. It's fine to be different, but if you're too drastically different, it is really hard to get people to pay attention. You know, if I were to go out and be a country artist, I guarantee I would probably be having it'd be a much safer bet, but it's not what I'm interested in.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've always been a writer as well. And one of the things, you know, when we talk about all the music that I wrote over that short period of time, a lot of it was stuff that has been, you know, sitting in my head or that for a long time. And I just threw all the spaghetti up on the wall. After we recorded everything, we stepped back and looked at it, and I'm like, man, these are all over the place. Everything that we wrote up there, it's not like it's all one genre.
Yeah. And even the singles on this album are two totally different genres for the most part.
Right, and so well, you know, we're kind of taking a chance on this. You know, I either pick a genre and go out with it, or I do what I love to do, which honestly my favorite thing to do as far as music goes is to compose. You know, it doesn't really matter the genre, but I just love to. It's like if I got a tune or an emotion or a story I want to tell, I'll write the music will almost want to write itself, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
With that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not trying to be, I mean, back when in the metal days, I'm like, oh, we got to be metal. You know, we got to be metal. We got to write this, and we got to write it with these power chords and everything. And but now it's like, you know, we wrote all that in there, and I just looked at it. I said, you know, I'm probably going to be making a really horrible decision if I just release the music. And so I went back to something that when I was about 19, it was an idea I had that I always wanted to do, which was write kind of like stories with music as the soundtrack to the stories, right? So not a musical, not Tenacious D, not like that, but just you know, these stories and the music accompanies it. And so let me start working on that, branding myself as a storyteller. And so I wrote the book, wrote the music with that. Actually wrote those two songs after we had that revelation, and I said, all right, well then, you know, that's why we labeled the book the same. That's why I gave it that old leather bound.
I see you use your name in here too.
I do.
So it's a kind of a biography thing.
Kind of
autobiography.
It's sort of like a fictional autobiography.
Okay.
I write a lot of stuff based on personal experience. I've made a lot of bad decisions in life and had a lot of terrible things happen. And through that, I think I've grown a lot emotionally.
Oh, sure.
To where, you know, I feel like I can have an understanding and connection with a lot of people. And so I have no problem sharing a lot of those raw details and putting it out there in a way that, you know, other people might find uncomfortable if they were to put it out there, or if they would be exposed like that, or rather just read it. You know, so I weave that in. I mean, they're fictional stories, but they're would you dare say based on true events? Yeah, inspired by true events. Probably inspired by true events. There are some things like in that little novelette that are real, but you know they've been, you know,
fictionalized.
Like they've been fictionalized, right?
So we have 56 pages here. Right. So it's 56 page novelette, short story. You'll be
done with it in an hour.
So and. I mean, I'm excited to read it. I haven't read it yet. He just barely gave it to me. But just to intrigue people, because I think I have a way to give these out. Just to intrigue people, give us just a little taste of what the story's about, just so people know.
Sure. So it's based in Utah about a guy who's a musician, and he's a womanizer, and he doesn't see his problems. You know, he's an alcoholic, and it's a little bit about that journey that's very raw and real, and I think a lot of people will immediately get pulled into that, and probably see themselves in it.
Cool. So it sounds like a really good story. I don't know how many. Do you know how many copies you brought?
I think I brought like 6 or 7 copies. I just grabbed a stack.
It doesn't necessarily matter right now.
We
have 6.
Yeah, 6.
Okay, so
there you go.
6. Oh, and I have one right here. Oh wait, this one's mine though.
Yeah,
okay,
you
so
have 6 more on top of the one that you're keeping.
Right on. So if you subscribe to the channel and comment on this video, so it has to be Swan's video, just at the bottom here on YouTube, that you want the book, just comment, "Hey Kip, I want the book." We have 6 of them to give away, and it comes with the single, 2-song single. I'll play one of them at the end of this show, and that's how you can get the book. So first 6 people to subscribe to the channel and to comment on the bottom of Swan's video, and we've made it far enough into the episode now that I think that it's fair to say that we're close enough to the end that you have to watch pretty much the whole dang thing to get this.
That's right.
Sweet. So okay, let's talk about your future. What are your big plans for your music?
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
and let's touch a little bit on your band. Like you say, you kind of hire the same crew of people every once in a while.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Are they friends? They just
people I've met honestly recently through the industry.
So people you kind of just got a hold of through the industry and hired.
Right. Exactly. Cool. Yeah. I think that the industry locally here is hesitant to, for whatever reason, people are hesitant to pay other musicians. And even individual people, unless you're working out with a big studio, they're hesitant to not have only their own hands on stuff. My music sounds so much better because Dan Nobles, he's a guitar player up in Ogden. A lot of people up there know him, but he's got some magic fingers that can do things I wish my fingers could do.
And he's a guitarist on these songs.
Yeah, he plays guitar and bass on both of those. David Geisemeyers, who's playing the drums, and I can hold a 4/4 time beat down on drums.
Yeah,
but that's about
me
it,
too.
Right? Like no one would listen to it if it was just me.
Right on. Well, that's cool.
But yeah, I've been meeting these people, been meeting guys down in Salt Lake. So depending on where the show's getting booked, if someone's not free, I can always call somebody else up. I'm a solo artist right now. I'd love to have a standard crew, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right now.
At least you have people that are willing to work with you and that are doing a great job with you.
Right.
You said you're working on a full album, right?
Right. Yep.
When's that? What's the plans on that?
So the next album and book is called Ugly Duck.
Oh, the album's coming out with another book.
Yep,
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's going to be a thing.
Yep. Exactly.
Sweet.
Yeah. It'll be a story about a preacher, who some similar tie-in of the story, but it'll be about a preacher who also alcohol is a big base of a lot of my stories. So a lot of my songs also are about alcohol too. We'll get to some of those later.
Sure. The 3 you're doing 3, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah,
okay. Cool.
So, but the Ugly Duck book and album we're targeting to have that available end of June. At least digital. I'm not sure the print will be quite ready by that point, but digitally it will be by that point. So. Oh,
honey, will you grab me a CD as well because I want to show them the card. Now, this single is also available, I'm guessing, on all the platforms, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the only thing it's not on yet right now is Pandora, but
okay, yeah, it's not on.
You kind of have to sell your soul to the.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of a normal thing that being Pandora.
Right.
So if you get, again, I have 6 copies of this to give away. If you get one of these copies, it comes with it. I don't know if you're like me and love. I'm a tarot reader on top of a lot of stuff, so I just love cards.
Right.
This has and it even has K's in it.
Yeah, it's King of Hearts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's okay. So I was looking at it. Yeah, Kip. You didn't make this card for me.
It was for you, Kip.
And hers has a B in it, right? No.
That's right.
So, are you holding it up in front? Yeah. So yeah, hold that card up in front of the camera. It's cool. It's a King of Hearts with a picture of him in the middle of it, and it's sick.
It's just cool little collectible.
It's a cool little collectible, exactly. And are these the lyrics to the songs?
It's a little bit of the story and a little bit of the lyrics in it.
Yeah, and you get another little story with lyrics.
Yeah.
So the physical copy is a cool thing to have.
Yeah, I try to turn the physical product into an actual piece of artwork.
Well, see, in these days, that's you have to.
Yeah, make it something that's like, wow, this is valuable.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, you're just getting what you can get for free on iTunes.
Right.
So yeah, that's cool.
Exactly.
He brought these to me. I mean, and he brought shirts and cups and all sorts of things that you'll see me wearing and drinking out of.
I got pint glasses and whiskey glasses and coffee cups and I'll sing a song about all of them here.
Are these
coming up?
Is this merchandise you can buy online?
Yes, it will be in about a week. I've got to finish my website.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you have a new website coming up?
Yeah. But they can always reach me, and I can still sell it to them if they are interested in any of the merchandise. But yeah, the website will be up and running.
You have quite a few followers. You have over 3,000 followers on your music page on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you
paid advertising is a great thing.
Oh heck yeah, dude! Heck yeah! Hey man, it's like 3.7 thousand or something like that.
Yeah. We're working, and the biggest thing we're trying to work on converting them over is to purchasing. It's a slow conversion process, but we're getting there. It's starting to pick up. So,
right on. So how do people find that page to go like your page and get?
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on Facebook, Twitter,
just
Instagram.
Swan Workman music.
There's only one of me. My tag on all of them is Swan Dream Weaver. So at Swan Dream Weaver.
Okay.
All one word. I don't know. I picked that name once because, I'm a storyteller and I weave dreams for you. That's what I do.
Nice. I like it.
And then it stuck, and I didn't bother changing it to anything.
We have a lot in common, man. I mean, I'm not talking too much about myself, obviously, but I'm a huge writer too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm a huge writer. I write short stories like crazy, and I'm more of a horror guy, but thriller, I guess, and suspense. Yeah. But yeah, this is really cool to me.
Oh, cool. Well, I'd love to see something you have to read. We can talk
about that. Maybe. We'll see. I'll read yours first and see how good it is.
But, see if you can find the spelling errors.
Yeah, there's one in there. I'll find it. But okay, so cool. New album coming out. So what songs are we gonna hear?
So we're gonna hear two of them, which will be coming up on this next album. I've got one which is called "Hey You." It's a bit more like a ska meets punk vibe.
Cool.
Of course, I'm playing it acoustically, so it's not gonna quite sound that. But and then I've got another one is "Out Drinking the Dehydration." And I'll tell you about that. It's a true story. And then and I'll play one of them, the one you're gonna end off with here as well. The 6 Strings in a Bottle.
Oh, okay. Well, so, then I'll
or I can play something different if you
want. I'll just end off with the other song.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll end off with the first song. So that way we don't do 2 in a row. But yeah, sweet. So yeah, let's set you up and get you playing.
All right.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, we are all set up and ready to go. So what's the first song you're gonna play?
First song I'll play is "Hey You."
Hey You. Oh, yep. We've already talked about that. All right, cool. So let's hear it. Now you said this is going to be on the album, right?
This will be on the Ugly Duck album.
On the Ugly Duck album.
At the end of June.
Sweet. Let's hear it.
All right. Here we go. Jane, I need to let go, so give me back my soul. You're fragile, I know, your heart's falling so, but give me back my soul. Oh, give me back my soul. I'm taking back my soul. Oh, hey you, oh, what do you say? You can't keep holding and hanging on me, no. Left you as a little girl, you cry when you're on your own. Your golden pierced tongue still finds a home in my dreams when I'm sleeping alone. I'm addicted to your dark hair, the devil in your eye, but I'm better on this road. So this is a goodbye, our last poem I wrote. Just give me back my soul. Oh, give me back my soul. I'm taking back my soul. Oh, hey you, oh, what do you say? You can't keep holding and hanging on me.
my ghost, haunting my heart just so. But I can't be your savior, what you need, what you want, taking back my soul. Oh, hey you, oh, what do you see? You can't keep holding and hanging on me, no. Hey you, oh, what do you see? You can't keep holding and hanging on me, no. Hey you, oh, what do you see? You can't keep holding and hanging on me, no. Hey you, oh, what do you see? You can't keep holding and hanging on me, no. Hey you, oh, what do you see? You can't keep hanging and holding on me, no. Hey you, oh, what do you see? You can't keep hanging and holding on me, no.
Yeah.
Yo.
That was awesome, dude. So that one was Hey You.
Hey You.
That one's coming off the first album that's going to be here in June.
Yep.
Hopefully, right?
Absolutely.
June. Okay, sweet. Right on. Well, let's keep them coming, man. We got 2 more. What else we got?
All right, so next thing is, like I said, I've seen a lot of songs about drinking and alcohol, and coffee even, man. There's one thing I've
All the
always-
addictions.
Yeah, all the addictions. And one of the things a lot of people constantly have used to say to me when I was a personal trainer and I was always drinking coffee, be like, man, aren't you ever going to drink some water? And I'm like, you know what, man? There's plenty of water in everything I drink.
I've said that before.
Yeah.
Like water's in everything.
Right. It's like that's what our ancestors did. They drank beer all the time.
Exactly.
Water was toxic.
Exactly.
It would kill you. Water's
That's
5%, or beer's
the truth.
5% alcohol, so it's 95% water.
Water, exactly.
So I said I just need to drink faster. So I figured I'd write a song about that.
Right on. Let's hear it.
All right. I'm going to outdrink the dehydration today. I'm going to outdrink the dehydration today. If I get told damn near one more time how my lack of water is making me, I swear I'm gonna pull out my old line and try to sound a little sciencey. This beer says it's only 5%. That sounds like plenty of water left for me. I think that maybe I just need to drink a bit faster so I can stay ahead of this need. Here we go. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. You know you can do it, you know we can. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. My doctor says my health is doing just fine. I'm on my feet every day. And I'm drinking coffee from dusk till dawn. Well, that's just black looking water to me. So why is everybody always asking me if my body's gonna be okay? This desert town, it ain't running dry. It's just the well's a little alcohol-y. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. You know it's true. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. This is where a guitar solo would go in right here. I'll let you just process that emotion for a minute. And now let's clap this along together right here. Here we go. There we go. And all this coffee and this beer feeding keeping me alive, and I don't know what else it could be. Cause I ain't had a cup of water since I found my hoot and holler, and I'm feeling just as good as could be. Let's do that one more time. And all this coffee and this beer, if it ain't keeping me alive, then I don't know what else it could be. Cause I ain't had a cup of water since I found my hoot and holler, and I'm feeling just as good as could be. Sing it if you know it. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. That's it right there. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. If you just sing it loud enough, it might come true. Gonna outdrink the dehydration today. Keep that going, keep that going. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. Keep it moving along, let's go. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. You know you want it too. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today, even if it's just a Mountain Dew. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today. One more time. I'm gonna outdrink the dehydration today.
That was a fun song, dude. Yeah, I
That
like
one's
that.
also coming out on that Ugly Duck album.
That's coming out on the Ugly Duck album. That was a foot tapper, dude. That was fun. I actually got my sweat going a little bit. That was fun.
You're sweating.
Yeah, that was good stuff. I was like, yeah, I felt like there was a real concert there for a second.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges when you're trying to do original music. I find is keeping the audience interested.
Oh, that's an engaging song.
Yeah, and
some humor.
Yeah, you got to write stuff that's like hand clapping, foot stomping, or simple choruses. And musicians. Not all. Some are great at this, but a lot of musicians think they have to overcomplicate stuff. I'm like, you don't. You got like 10 seconds, 30 seconds to get someone's interest.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you lose it, you've lost them.
Well, see, and you had me singing along, and I was even getting the lyrics right. So apparently, you're doing something right.
There you go. Yeah. Stupid simple lyrics.
Hey, man, that's what gets the crowd going, and crowds are the most important thing right now.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's one thing we've been finding is we've been slowly losing less and less people as the shows go on. Right, as we're starting to kind of figure this part out of it,
You mean like before the show ends?
Yeah, before the show ends. There's fewer and fewer people that have left before the show ends than when we started. Yeah, So hey, if you keep them engaged all the way to the end, if the crowd stays bigger, it's a win. Absolutely. Right. All right, we got one more, man. What you got to play for us? Here. This is on the current single that's out right now.
Sweet.
6 Strings in a Bottle. This one, actually, a lot more people like this one, but than the first one on this song. So here we go.
Okay.
6 strings and a bottle, giving me good company. Staying up till tomorrow, thinking of what was. God knows I've been there, too many women, too many times. But I know she's out there, maybe her heart's a little darker than mine. 6 strings and a bottle, giving me good company. Staying up till tomorrow, thinking of what was you and me. There ain't no room for sorrow when you found that someone you've been looking for. But check with me on the morrow, 'cause I found my way to her bedroom door. 6 strings and a bottle, giving me good company. Staying up till tomorrow, thinking of what was you and me. 6 strings and a bottle, giving me good company. Staying up till tomorrow, thinking of what was you and me. Pick me up there. Oh Lord, if you're really there, I've lost my way from someone who could really care. 6 strings to loving, a bottle in a way. Always too many women holding me away. 6 strings and a bottle, giving me good company. Staying up till tomorrow, thinking of what was you and me. 6 strings and a bottle, giving me good company. Staying up till tomorrow, thinking of what was you and me.
Excellent. Thanks, Swan. That was awesome. And actually, there's something I need to ask you really quick before I forget, because I've already forgotten 3 times now in this interview. I got to know if there's any cool story to it. How'd you get the name Swan? Where'd they come up with the name
Swan?
Swan?
It's actually my name.
Well, I figured that, but I mean, how'd they come up with it?
So my great-grandpa, his name was Gay Swan Emmett.
Oh, okay, so cool.
Yeah, and he was born down in the South in the late 1800s, and at the time, gay meant happy, and Swan was a curse word. that they would
Swan
use.
was a curse word?
It was a word they'd use in place of whatever
That's
they
cool
want.
that your name,
Yeah.
that's your name, and it was used to be a curse word.
Well,
Cool.
he was an unexpected child, so that's why they named him Gay Swan. It's like, well, we're happy, but damn it, you know. And so I got Swan passed on to me, and so you're welcome to use my name in vain if you'd like. It would be appropriate.
Swan it.
That's right, exactly.
I'll say that in front of my parents, and they'll never know. Right on. Well, thanks, Swan. Thanks for coming. I love the name. It's the first time. Obviously, no one has that name, so I had to ask.
Especially as their first name. There's a lot of people with a last name, and
it's a last name.
Billy Corgan tried to steal it once, and
did he?
With his band Zwan.
Oh, Zwan. That's right. I forgot. I completely forgot about that mess.
I was so happy when that failed.
I was gonna say,
that's my name.
And they sucked. So I mean, yeah. But anyway, so again, we've got his single that had that 6 strings in a bottle that you just sang on it, and the song that we played a little clip at the beginning, but we're actually going to play the whole song at the end of the show here. It is called I Guess I'll See You Up There. 2 songs on this album, and a 56, I think I said, page book that he wrote that comes with it. Subscribe to my YouTube page, and comment on the bottom of Swan's video that you want the book and the CD. I have 6 of them to give out. And one more big thank you to Swan Workman for making it out here from Morgan and braving the traffic on Memorial Weekend.
It was a fun drive.
And have a safe drive back, man.
Thank you, Kip. I appreciate you.
And you said you hopefully can come back sometime this summer, right?
Yeah, I'd like to come back out probably like July. We'll talk about it.
Let's work it out.
Awesome. Yeah.
Sweet.
After the next album comes out, I'll demo it down here.
Absolutely, and be sure to get me a copy of that next album so we can play it.
Awesome.
Right on.
All right.
One more camera on me, and if you need to get a hold of me if you want to book anything, if you want to send me any music, you can do it at notsoforeverproductions@gmail.com. We're out. Thanks. Peace.
I see you on your knees today. It's time to pay the rent, been long past overdue. I went and drank it up, I'm not as good as you. I guess I see you up there, I'm moving on someday. From this life and its sorrows, good thing you went and prayed. My mama loved you just a little more than me. To be the one, the golden child born of the sun. Maybe if I try again, my life will be as good as then. I guess I'll see you up there, I'm moving on someday. From this life and its sorrows, good thing you went and prayed. I guess I'll see you up there, I'm moving on someday. From this life and its sorrows, good thing you went and prayed. Company, the Kip and Company, the Kip and Company, the Kip and Company, entertainment.